Okay, how we doing out there? First thing first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint. I'm doing a live version of this because sometimes I have to go in and check. Let me start the live version, do the pre-recorded, because I have to go in and check the live version to see how bad or choppy the video came out. Sometimes you can still see it, the demonstration, but I want to give you more clarity, so that's why we're doing it pre-recorded. And just in case if someone says, well, you know, it's pre-recorded, we do have a live version of this on Facebook, and we do have one here on YouTube. All right, so as I said before, I said this many times before, that any black surface can pull up a contrast level. That is not hard to do. What is hard to do is to get a black screen to pull up a white level. So I could have went with any of the projectors I have here. I could have went with the 42s, the 43s, the 52s. Those are lumen projectors right there. I have a short throw projector right there I could have used at, I think, 32 or 3600 lumens. So, but I decided what would make it even more harder to do this demonstration and much more of a challenge than to use my 1000 lumen, which is not that bright, 1000 lumen Sony projector. This is SVGA at around 600 by 800 res, 720p, 1000 lumens. That's it. So, as I said before, it's easy to make a black screen. Very easy. The hard part on the black screen is getting a screen that can produce a white level. That's the hard part. And it has to be black. It can't be some kind of like gray, because we have a dark gray screen, which is one of the dark gray screens we've ever developed. So these screens are not dark gray. They're actually black. And as I said before, I have people saying, well, that's not black. Yes, it is black, because keep in mind, there's different shades of black. You can't just walk into any store and say, hey, give me a gallon of black. They're going to say, what shade do you want? So you need to research that, look at that, you know, and understand that black does come in multiple shades. So we're going to cover our projector really quick so you can see. Now, the reason why our screen has an interesting color to it, or it's black, but it has an interesting shade of black to it, this allows us to be able to see if anyone's basically tampering with the product. They mix something in with it. We can tell by the shade, and it's a particular interesting shade that we developed, that that if it's our product or not our product. All right, so you can see it matches my black screen right there with no problem. All right, so we'll remove this right there. So as I said before, one of the most important things when it comes to a black screen is white levels. If it produces too much of a contrast level, saturation with contrast, that means the screen images will come out dark, they'll come out dirty, and you'll have a problem with getting natural skin tones and beautiful colors because the screen doesn't pull off enough white light. So right now I'm just showing a screensaver, or all white screensaver, so you can see the difference between the two. This being the blackout cloth black screen, and this right here being our technology right there. All right, so now we're going to put in another screensaver right now. This actually has like a clock working in the background, but I don't think you can see it right there because this screen, you just can't see it because it's too dark. All right, let's put on another. I like this video demonstration by Skyworks. It's really bright, not a lot of bright colors in it, a lot of white levels, bright colors, you know what I mean? That's what you want. And as you can see, the woman walking around her kitchen, you can see how dark it is on the other screen because that screen is not producing any form of white light. And these are the kind of test demonstrations you have to do. That's why I said when it comes to gray screens should be doing demonstrations on matching their gray screens against bare silver screen, against any form of gray screen paint or any other kind of gray screen. High performance gray screens, as in the Elite screens. What's that screen called? The Gray Cinema 5D or the Cinema Gray. You know, stuff like that. They should be testing against, and they should be doing contrast levels, not doing bright colors, but contrast levels, because contrast levels are important. I'm gonna zoom up here for a minute. I'm gonna just see this up close. So I'm gonna zoom up and show you how white the white levels are on our technology compared to another black screen. So you can see that right from there, how beautiful the color. Look at the skin tone, look at her shirt. You have to show levels of white levels. And like I said, it takes a lot of work when you're developing black technology. Keep in mind, I got videos that go back from I think 13, 14, 15 when I was working with this stuff. So you have to be able, one of the things that you have to perfect in the screen is to produce a high enough white level, because if not, like I said, the image is going to come out dirty and dingy. And when someone shows off a screen paint that's black and they're showing off contrast is easy. That's not hard to pull off. It's the white levels are what you got to pull off. And not only that, you're also too, like I said, when I test my product out, I have to do it against other black, well, there's other black screens out there, but I have to do it against other darker materials to see how we have to improve on the white levels. Same thing should carry over to a gray screen. Gray screens suffer from really bad contrast. They should be matching their screens against other screens, other screen paints, and they should be doing contrast demonstrations. If their screen falls in the same category as bare silver screen or any kind of gray screen paint, then they need to go back to the drawing board and they need to work on that, because sooner or later someone's going to test it. So you better be careful. All right, you got to make sure that your product works before you put it out there. All right, we're going to do, let's finish this one right here. We'll keep this one going. And like I said, it can produce the bright levels, you know what I mean? Like I said, bright levels and all that. But then white levels are very, very important. You want to be able to perform natural skin tones. Look how the corn is dark on this side. Look how bright it is on that side. We're going to do a snowstorm right now. And there we are displaying the snowstorm. All right, let's get some foxes in here. I think these are foxes. Bring that back a little bit. Look at the dog. Oh, I can't call it a dog. Look at the fox sitting down. And I'll get right up on the screen so you can see. It's not because I'm sitting at a distance. No, it's just can't pull up that white level. You want a white, pure level. And you can't get that. That's one of the demonstrations you have to do. Can't just basically make a black screen paint, put it against a black screen and go, voila. I can do the same thing. Now it's a little more science than that. All right, let's pull up, let me see. We'll let that play a little bit. Okay. Let's grab some fish. Go back to the beginning. Like I said, both can produce contrast, both can produce color. Problem you're going to have is you have to be able to have that white level, which is very, very important. They both can pull contrast. See how it's too dark on this side? It's too dark. It's supposed to be lighter, so it's too much saturated. Even in the black levels, it's too dark. And so for any screen, it's going to pull up a contrast. Now, let's go over here. See the skin tone on this side. This is natural. This is supposed to be natural. Even when you get to, let me see. When you get to dark skin or black skin tones, see right here? This side is supposed to be natural, not this dark and dirty image right here. go. That's what you're getting. That's why I said it takes time. One of the things you have to do that white scenery, that white screensaver. That has to be done to show exactly. That's what I have to do all day long. When I'm testing out black technology, I have to be able to show off that white screensaver into other screens to see exactly if I can produce a higher white level. And that's where the testing comes in. All right, hope you enjoyed this video demonstration. This is just a pre-recorded version of it because, like I said, the Wi-Fi comes out a bit blurry sometimes, and I just want to make sure that that you can see it crystal clear. But this is the reason why I'm using the 1000 lumen projector, because it's much harder for it to pull up a white level. Number one, because lumens aren't that bright, and then number two, it's just going to struggle a bit. Like I said, make it harder for the screen. You know what I mean? Just to show you exactly how we do our demonstrations over here. There's no point in doing this on a very bright projector because, like I said, you're just cheating yourself, especially if you're not doing a side-by-side demonstration against another black screen and you're not doing this on white levels. Because, like I said, any surface can pull contrast. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here, and probably, maybe, if the weather plays right, we'll do the outdoor paint on demonstration. If it doesn't, I'll probably be on tomorrow. All right, gotta go. God bless.